Today we're going to be making macaroni and cheese with cops. Hi, this is Snorter from Fully Crazed, and when we're not getting arrested or doing something stupid or being charged with public urination or vandalizing or lighting half the neighborhood on fire or crashing our cars, we like to cook. And today we are going to be making Auntie Fee's macaroni and cheese. God rest her soul, she died a few years back from a heart attack because of making mac and cheese. So we're gonna make her mac and cheese today, except we are adding a different ingredient that we don't usually add or you don't hear about. We're adding cops. We're not actually gonna use cops today though, because we'd probably get arrested. So we are going to be using the next best thing, which is bacon. So yeah, stay tuned, it should be good. First things first though, we wanna make sure we set our police scanner to 107. The RCMP station there, so now we got an idea what's happening because we got some seedy shit going on out back there in the parking lot. I'm not going to say another word until we get started with the first things first.
You better get me drunk before I kill someone.
Went to the hood, we got some Craft Barrel. So this is, I don't know, this cheese apparently has an extra bit of a zing to it. So we'll have to see. It was expensive as you can see because of its ingredients. These two we're gonna make a roux out of. We're gonna combine the two to make a roux. We've got some butter we're gonna be melting. We got some Parmesan cheese. And yeah, so first things first, I mean, this is a really nice cutting board and bacon is gross. Let's face it. Who likes rubbing bacon all over their innards or their body? Not me. I don't want to put on my cooking board either. So what I've done is I found a really shitty record. Here's Andy Gibb. Now if you look, it's actually improved that Andy Gibb cover considerably. It's a lot better looking record now. You ready, boys? Oh shit. Oh, cut. All right, well I think, yeah, that looks like we got it there, boys. All right. I think I will Willie a new cutting board as well. But moving right along, we're going to take that bacon there. We're going to want to put that into the pan. Get it going here. We'll just scoop that. I'm going to make sure I don't get too much of that black vinyl in there. You want to watch out. That stuff gets into your system and you're going to have it's going to be a hard time coming back out of you there. If you're making vegan macaroni and cheese, instead of using bacon, you want to go outside and chop the fuck up out of a vegan and chuck him in the pot instead. So you don't want to be, you don't want to be at the party and some asshole gets all the bacon and the guy beside you doesn't get any bacon. That's lame. So you want to make sure everybody, you want to disperse that shit up in there when you're mixing it up. Now time for some onions. I put some onions on there. Yeah, we need some onions in this, a lot. Onions they're key when you're making this. They're going to help stick it together. They're going to make it greasy. But you'll have an excuse for it to be greasy because the onions are there. There's one of these cups. All right, there's two of those cups. Do some mixing there with those. Want to mix it up? Perfect. We're gonna chop up the crack. This was on sale actually. Then you got some money for some dope and for some liquor. Speaking of dope, don't be nodding off if you're grating cheese because you'll lose your fingertips, right? The roux was named after an Iron Maiden song called Murders in the Rue Morgue off their second record from 1981 entitled Killers. So we're going to be making roux right now. It is in the Rue Morgue. 1 egg. And just a squirt of this sort of condensed milk. I like to have it a bit dark, maybe a bit more milk there. We go, now that's rocking. Cooked, I mean, before you're going to cook it, you're going to douse the whole thing in this. That's what makes those corner pieces so cool and crunchy. That's what makes it stick together like a cake. When I think of cooking, I think of G.G. Allen, Cunt-Sucking Cannibal, off of his 1988 record, Freaks, Faggots, Drunks, and Junkies on a Homestead record. So that's a good one to cook too. And pretty soon you'll be able to cook to Fully Crazed off the hook when that shit comes out. And I won't even tell you some of the song content right now because I want to stay out of prison until Christmas time. We're trying to have a release time for the late spring. You can check out the Chris Wrestling record, the compilation there they put out, Reinventing the Safety Pin. I think you can digitally download it for about $10 and there's 40 or 50 bands on there. So yeah, just go to the website, curseblessingsrecords.com there. So now we're gonna put it together here, and I'll show you what we're gonna do. The first thing, we'll have to mix all this stuff together, obviously, into a big old mess. We're gonna do that right now. So what we've got here a nice layer of macaroni. We've layered our first layer, mixed it with the onions and the bacon mixture, and we're gonna put that into the bottom here. We melt butter. You can melt this in a cup. You're gonna melt that in the microwave and chuck it in there. Or you can run that over top if you want. I decided not to. Also, I left my fucking microwave at home, so because I was using it for something else, it was illegal. I can't get into right now. Now we're gonna take our cheese. We're gonna spread our cheese over top here. We got a nice layer on the bottom. So like I said, don't chintz out on the cheese. Don't be that dude at the party, right? Okay, there's that layer of cheese in. Now we're gonna dump the rest of these fucking noodles on top. Alright, now we're gonna spread this out a little bit once again on the top there. You want to make sure you cover all right to the edge, so you get all that over top of the macaroni. I'm dipping into my secret stash of cheese. There. We're good. Checking out the action outside. Alright, now time for the roux. What's the roux, you ask? This is the roux. It's pretty plain and simple. We just stirred it up. We put some condensed milk in there. It's mixed up with some egg, right? Whip that up the best you could. So it's got like a nice sort of yellow sort of shine to it. We're gonna dump that over the works. Look at that. I'm gonna dump some Parmesan on top now, right? You wanna get that on there as well. Yeah, remember that Fully Crazed off the hook on Cursed Blessings Records this spring, 2021. So here comes the shake and bake. So yeah, now we're ready to put this in the oven, you guys. That bitch. Oh wow. Alright, let's try this out. I guess we're gonna have to try some of Willie's cherry bomb here. See how she goes on there. Yeah, nice. Actually, something's starting to feel funny here. Maybe it was that. No wonder I feel funny. Let's not thank our buddy Jason, the green-haired freak here at Green-Haired Freaks Edibles.
Tattoos! Guess what, you fucking lose! Tight shitty fucking pants! You don't even move! Fucking PBR!